Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Jai Shri Ram. In a previous episode, we saw how Ravana threatened Maricha. He gave the plan on how Maricha should behave when they go for Sita Aparana, and he also threatened Maricha, saying that if you are not obeying my orders, I am going to kill you. Now let us see how Maricha is responding. We are in the 41st Sarga of Aranyakanda. Here, Agyapto Rajavadvakyam Pratikulam Nisacharaha Abravit Parusham Vakyam Maricho Rakshasadipam. Now here, Maricha is now totally disillusioned by what has happened, and now he is speaking in a very harsh way with Ravana. He is saying, Kenayam Upadishtaste Vinasa Pavakarmana Saputrasya Sarashtasya Samatyasya Nisachara, saying, O Ravana, who is the idiot who gave you this suggestion? That person is going to ensure that you, your sons, your kingdom, your ministers, everyone are going to perish. Kastvaya Sukhina Rajan Nabhinandati Pavakrat Keneda Upadishtamte Mrityu Dwaramupayataha. O Raja, O Ravana, somebody is not really liking that you are alive, and he wants you to push towards the door of death, and hence you are going towards the door of the death. And somebody who is really weaker than you is probably trying to kill you, and for that he has chosen the SriRama, so that that person would not be blamed after your death. Kenedam upadishtante kshudrena hitavadina yastvamityate nasyantam swakrutena nisachara. O Ravana, you are killing yourself. You are planting the seeds for your own peril. Who is the idiot who told you that you should be doing this? If you are going in a wrong path, O Ravana, your ministers should come and correct you. Why are they not correcting you? Those ministers should be killed because they were not able to take a correct stance and stop you. Amatye kamurto hi raja kapadhamasritah nigrahya sarvada sadbhir na nigrahyon nigruhyase. So a king who is not being controlled, who is extremely taking all liberties, that king should always be restrained by the ministers. I don't know why your ministers are not restraining you. O Ravana, you are not taking good care of your ministers, or your ministers have become too afraid to speak in front of you. And O Ravana, if somebody has got a very, very high emotional frequency where they are either too happy, too sad, like that, it's called Trikshna Swabhava, and that person should not become a king because he will not be able to rule with a cool head. Bhava sadhavo loke yukta dharmam nushtitaha paresham aparadhena vinashtaha sabirichadaha. In this world, a lot of good people perished because somebody made some grave mistakes. So, O Ravana, you are making a grave mistake now, due to which the entire Rakshasa clan might be wiped out. O Ravana, please understand, if a king is too emotional, if a king he doesn't control his emotions properly, he has got Trikshna Swabhava, the people in that kingdom, they are like the sheep which are being protected by a jackal. The jackal would start killing these sheep and eating, right? Similarly, you are also going to eat away this entire Rakshasa clan with your madness. And then he is saying another important thing. Mam nihatyu ramastu nachiratvam vasishyati anena krutkutyosmin mriyeya marinahataha. Please remember, Ravana, I will be dying in the hands of SriRama, but please remember that after my death, in a very, very few days or a few months, you are also going to die. So, Ravana, please understand, please don't do this, is what Maricha is trying to say. And then finally, he's also saying, if you and I go to Rama's ashrama and I become the Maya deer, and then if you can get Sitamaa out of the Parnasala, the way you explained to me, O Ravana, but please remember, after that, neither you will be there nor I will be there. Lanka in itself will not be there, and even the Rakshasas will not be there. I have told you a lot of times, I'm still telling you that whatever you are doing right now is for your own peril. You have not listened to me in the past, you are not listening to me now. O Ravana, your death is imminent. And then, but since Ravana is not relenting, he is saying, the moment Rama sees me, O Ravana, I know I am going to be dead. Hence, I'm already dead in the hands of of Ramachandra. So, oh, Ravana, whatever you are seeing is only a doll of mine or a portrait of mine, but I am not the complete self. Oh, Ravana, I am still listening to whatever you are saying because you are powerful. So I am going, but again and again I am warning you. Please be very, very careful and try to take this mission back. Ravana also is very happy and he's saying, oh Maricha, till now whatever you spoke or you are sounding like Kritrima, which means you are not your original self. But now that you have spoken this, now that you have told that you will be helping me, I am seeing that you are speaking like the original Maricha himself. And then he says, come on, get onto the chariot. So, while explaining in the previous episodes, I said this chariot might be Pushpak Vimana. Now, let us park the discussion. This might not be Pushpak Vimana as well, because here it is very clearly explained in these sargas that this chariot can appear, it can disappear, and it goes with the speed of the air and all. So, we can safely conclude that this is a chariot that they are going. So this is a wonderful chariot in which they both are going, and then they got into that chariot which is resembling like almost like an aeroplane, and from there they quickly moved towards SriRama's place. Okay, they saw a lot of states in the interim and all, and then they finally see it, and in the Andakaranya they see where Sri Ramachandra is living. So there they get down, and here Ravana now holds the hands of Maricha and he says, see this, we have got a huge amount of banana trees over here. Just look at that. So that's the ashrama to which we are supposed to come. We have come there. Now quickly go and do the work that I have assigned to you. And now Maricha quickly transforms into a golden deer and he starts roaming near the ashrama of Sri Ramachandra. Now, a beautiful description of this Maya deer are all given. The paucity of time, I'm not really going into that because Valmiki Maharshi describes how the deer looks like, how radiating it was, and all. So he was moving from one side to another, from this side to that side, that side to this side, because he was an attention seeker. He now needs Sitamaa to look at him. So that's where he was going around the house in circles, and he was going up and down in the house. And then Sitama comes out, and she came there because she wanted to pluck some flowers, and she saw this wonderful deer, and she looked at it. She was very happy when she saw it, and this deer also was enjoying the attention that it was getting. It's basically a human, right, who is inside. It was showing all sort of tricks through which it would make Sita Ma ask Sri Ramachandra to go and get it. So that way it was roaming around. Sita Ma saw it, and she saw it. She was extremely in a state of ascharya, which means, she was surprised. She was extremely surprised. And so Valmiki Maharshi says, Adrushva Purvam Tam Drushva Nanaratnamayam Mrugam Vismayam Paramam Sita Jagamajarakatmaja. Sita, who saw this deer, was now completely enchanted by its beauty, and she was looking at the deer for a long time. So, what did Sita do after looking at the deer? That's something that we'll be discussing in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niravayah, sarve bhadrani pasyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Sarvam Sri Sai Maharaj Charanarvindar Pramastu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.